Mr. Byrne is obviously losing. He's just giving you the answer straight away. No, the point here is that you need to know what to plug in to get the answers. So, to solve this equation, you take natural log of both sides. So natural log of e to the 3.2n and then natural log of 18. What happens on the left side is the natural log of e goes away. I have 3.2n is equal to natural log of 18. So now I'm going to divide both sides by 3.2. When you do that, you end up with this. So I'm going to write n equals that, and that's going to be your solution right there. Now I need to see this work to get credit, okay? I need to see all that so you know exactly how to plug it into a calculator. I am already giving you the answer. I want to see the work. For number 24, very similarly, we're going to take natural log of both sides. It's a 9x. I almost wrote that down wrong. The natural log of e goes away. I'm left with 9x. I have natural log of 73.7. Only thing left to do is divide both sides by 9. So when you plug this into your calculator, make sure you hit equals after this. Like this first, then divide by 9. You should get that. I'm going to put x equals that because that makes it look like you did some work. Okay. Now, next up for number 25, I'm going to add 2 to both sides. Why not? When you do that, you get e to the n is equal to 57. Then you're going to take natural log of both sides. So natural log of e to the n and then natural log of 57. Okay, natural log of e goes away. I get n is equal to, well, this is just the natural log of 57. So plug that into your calculator and you should get this. So n equals that. Boom. Number 26, similarly, I'm going to add 3 to both sides and add 3 to both sides. I get e to the p is equal to 64.4. So now I take natural log of both sides. And those go away. I get p is equal to just the natural log of 64.4. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be this. Promise. Unless you mess up your calculator, that's what you should get. Now, 27, there's an extra step or two involved, so I got to slow it down here. I'm going to divide both sides by 2, trying to get the e by itself. E to the 8x is equal to 22. Then you take the natural log of both sides. The natural log of e to the 8x is equal to the natural log of 22. So that goes away. I get 8x is equal to the natural log of 22. Then you divide both sides by 8. So take the natural log of 22, hit equals, then divide that by 8, and you will get x is equal to this. Okay, and last, but certainly not least, let me change it to red so you really know what's going on here. I'm going to start by adding 7 to both sides. When you do that, you get e to the 7n is equal to, I believe that's 94. Then you're going to take the natural log of both sides. So natural log of e to the 7n is equal to the natural log of 94. When you do that, that goes away. 7n is equal to the natural log of 94. So I'm going to divide both sides by 7. So plug natural log of 94 into your calculator, hit equals, divide it by 7, and you should end up with a solution that looks just like that. Thank you very much. I'll continue in a second. Okay, now we're solving some natural log equations here, ladies and gentlemen, which means we have to remember some basic facts. When we had log base 2 of x equals 4, I would have to take 2 and put these as the exponents on 2, because that was the base. And I would get x, because that goes away, is equal to 2 to the 4th power, which would be 16. Now, different here because natural log is the same thing as saying log base e. So we're going to make these both exponents on e now. That's how you get rid of the natural logs. So here you get rid of that, you get 3a. Here those go away, and you have 8 minus a. All right, so that means you add a to both sides. Let me go ahead and delete that real quick. When you add a to both sides, you get 4a equals 8. Then you divide both sides by 4. You get a equals 2. Awesome. Then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do the same thing over here. But here, if you just have natural log and natural log, you could really just set those 2 equal to each other, which is what I'm going to do. So negative 5r minus 9 is equal to 8 minus 4r. So we're just solving that equation. So I'm going to add 5r to both sides. I'm also, at the same time, going to subtract 8 from both sides. Because what that gives me is negative 17 on the left side, and the right side I get r. So guess what r is? Negative 17. Go figure. Next up, I don't have natural log on both sides, so I do have to do what I did on number 29. I have to make them both exponents on e. When you do that, that goes away. I get n is equal to e to the first power will just be e. If you get a number for that, my answer key is just going to have this. It's going to have e as the answer. All right, so they're all exact answers. Approximately, we'd be saying, oh, that's approximately 2.7, but 71, blah, 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 blah. I would rather have this. Less calculator work, the better. Now, number 32, that one should be fine. When you take each side and make them exponents on the e, you get x is equal to e to the 0 power. Well, what's e to the 0 power? It's 1. So x equals 1 on number 32. For number 33, rolling here. E and e. So this will be negative 2n is equal to e to the first power, which is just e. Then we divide both sides by negative 2. Trying to get n by itself. So n is equal to e divided by negative 2. No need for the calculator on that one. Just do that. Number 34, same thing. We're trying to get rid of the natural log, so I'm making them both exponents on e. When you do that, that goes away. You get 5x is equal to e to the first power, which means when you divide both sides by 5, you get x by itself. You get x is equal to e over 5. Perfectly good answer. Even though it looks weird, perfectly fine. All right, last 4 problems, y'all. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start by dividing both sides by 5. So I get the natural log of x is equal to 2. Then I'm going to make each side exponents on an e. So put an e there, put an e there. That goes away. I get x is equal to e to the second power. That is a great answer. E squared. I love it. Hopefully you do too. The next one I'm going to divide by negative 1. Don't really like this problem, but whatever. Maybe it's helpful. Natural log of v is equal to 1. Then I'm going to put e below each of them, make them both powers on the e. That goes away. I get v is equal to e to the first power. That's it. Now, 37. I'm going to start by dividing both sides by 10. I get natural log of a minus 8 is equal to 1. Then I'm going to make these both powers on of the e. So zip, I get a minus 8 is equal to e to the first power. Then I'm going to add 8 to both sides. Now, do you guys know what e plus 8 is? I do. It's e plus 8. That's all. Keep it exact. No reason to put any decimals in there. I promise. Last but not least, here we go. We're going to divide both sides by negative 5. Get the natural log of b minus 5 is equal to 4. So then I'm going to put an e there. I'm going to put an e there. E's everywhere. So I get b minus 5 on the left side. My right side is e to the 4th power, which would be a large number, no doubt. But then we add 5 to both sides. So it makes that number even larger. b is going to equal e to the 4th power plus 5. That's it. Thank you very much for paying attention.